What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to say, if you're a fan of those legends of the game, I would recommend subscribing to the channel because that's all I'll focus on. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I would greatly appreciate if you'd posterize that like button. And with that being said, guys, let's get right into today's video. So for some of you younger guys, you may not even know who Adrian Dantley is. The original AD, and probably the one of the greatest nicknames ever, the teacher, because I mean the guy was one of the smoothest offensive players I've ever seen. He was strictly offense. He wasn't a defensive player. He wasn't a facilitating player, but when he got the ball, he scored. Plain and simple. That was his game, and he was really really good at it. And it's just unfortunate that a lot of people they've never seen Dantley play. They've never heard of Adrian Dantley, and part of that is because he spent a majority of his career with the Jazz when the Jazz was really not that good, and then he was in uh, Detroit for a little while with the Bad Boy Pistons, but of course his style of play, not playing defense, and him and Isaiah Thomas, they clashed and things, so it didn't work out for him there, and he was shipped off again. And it was just really unfortunate. But Adrian Dantley was an amazing scorer, guys. If you've never watched him play, go check out some highlights because the dude he was unreal. He was a really really good scorer. He was just he would be amazing in today's NBA, right? Because of his ability to score, and he was essentially, think of a shorter uh, KD. That's essentially what we're working with here. So for guys, listen, for a Dantley build, I feel like this one right here is a really good pie chart. Or you could go the 50-50, but I think this one is more the way to go. Now, in terms of the actual physical pie chart, guys, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go with this one. Of course, we're going to max out our close shot. We're going to max out our driving layup. We're going to max out our driving dunk. And then we're just going to take this up to 52 just to get that 14th finishing badge. Then we're going to go ahead and max out our three-point shot. We're going to max out our mid-range, our free throw, and our post fade because we want our shooting to be on point. You can't take anything away anywhere, guys, or you'll lose that 21st shooting badge. So you do want to match everything out. Now, if you just want 20, you could take one off or a couple off of your free throw. But guys, again, with the Dantley build, you're looking at offense, right? That's what you're looking at. You're strictly going to be an offensive force. So, that's what we're going to focus on. That's primarily where we're going to put all of our attributes. Now, if you wanted to really, go offensive heavy, and this may be a smart way of doing this too, because again, Dantley was purely offense, guys. He wasn't defense or anything like that. So yeah, this might be a better way to go. I'm just switching it up mid video for you guys, but I think this may be a better way to go because he was really really offensive heavy, and this is going to be a very heavy liability on defense, guys. And here's the thing, I get it. Even if he didn't play defense, and he wasn't a huge defensive force, I do feel like we do want some, because it's not going to be a great defender anyway. So you do want to put some things on here, right? Because 70, it maxed out, you're going to be what, 77, and then 76. So you're not going to be a great defender anyway. You just don't want to be that big of a liability. But I mean, if you wanted to go pure on heavy, all offense, guys, I mean, you saw what that looked like, right? And if you did that for a Dantley build, I could completely see that because he was all offense. I mean, he just was. But for the body type guys, as you know, it doesn't really matter. We are going to go 6'5", and we're going to bring this down to just 210. I think his actual weight was 208, what he was listed at, so we'll go with that. Wingspan guys, wingspan doesn't really matter. If you want to really boost that shooting ability, you could do this. But, what I always like to do, guys, is if I can go up one tick and it not take anything away, I'll go with that. But where it's going to take away from it, I'm just going to leave it here because, again, with an Adrian Dantley build, you're not focused on defense. You're focused solely on offense, and by going up, you're only helping your defense, really. You're not really gaining anything on your finishing that's going to be all that impressive. So we're just going to leave the wingspan where it is. Now for the takeover guys, you could do spot up shooter. That would be perfectly fine for this build. Or you could do shot creator. Shot creator would be a really, really good one. But guys, I just feel like slasher is just, it's such an overpowered build, right? And you have built a facilitating finisher. So we'll go right in and we'll test this build, and then we'll get you guys out of here. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to max this out. And of course, for this, you want to go fearless finisher, right? That's always posterizer's another one. Limitless takeoff's a good one. And then for the last two guys, it really depends on you. I'm just going to say, we'll put it on slithery finisher and acrobat, and we'll call that a day. Now here, guys, we've got 21 shooting badges to work with. So we're going to go hot zone hunter. We're going to go limitless spot up. Even though Dantley really wasn't a 3-point shooter, if you're building a shooting build in 22 guys, you're going to have to be able to shoot threes, right? So we definitely want that. So we want blinders, dead eye. I feel like stop and pop would be a good one with this one. I like that. That one, I feel like it's going to help. Fade ace would be a good one. And, for that last one, guys, it really depends on you. I just feel like catch and shoot's the way to go with this build. Now for the 16 playmaking, look, we're making this. We're not using this as a playmaker. We're going to use these as a way to enhance this player's ability to score. Right? We're not worried about bullet passer or bail out or any of that. We're doing an Adrian Dantley build, so this is all going to be used basically to improve dribbling and improving this player's ability to create space and get good shots. So that's what we're working with. So, and with this last one, guys, you could do stop and go, you could do quick chain, you could do glue hands. I just feel like with just going with bronze, I feel like glue hands is the way to go. And guys, you've got one defensive and rebounding badge, which is fine, and for that, I would just do rebound chaser. And then there you have it, guys. I mean, it's a really, really good Adrian Dantley build. Now, if you're someone that, you pride yourself on playing solid defense, this is probably not the build I would go for, but guys, trust me, this is a fun build to play with simply because on offense, you have no weaknesses, right? You can finish at the basket. You can shoot from the perimeter. You can shoot from mid-range. You can ISO. You can do everything that you want to do offensively with this build. Okay? Now, you're not going to do much on defense at all, but if you're someone that you play like 3-on-3 or 5-on-5, something like that, and you've got dedicated lockdowns on your team, and your team really needs a scorer, this is the build, guys. This is straight up this build is really, really good at scoring. That's what it's there for, and it's just so overpowered in that regard. So, if you play that way, or if you play my career and, you choose a team like maybe the Clippers or someone like that's really, really good defensively. And, but you want to be just a hard, like just a hard driving, shooting machine that puts up bucket after bucket and, is just putting up huge numbers offensively, then this is the build, right? So it's fun to play with, guys, but it's not really my style because I like playing defense, but it is fun. I will give you that. It is fun. So if you like that, definitely recommend this build for you. If you enjoyed today's video, I would greatly appreciate if you'd posterize that like button. That would help me out a great deal with the YouTube algorithm. And I don't know if you can tell, guys, but I'm having a little bit of an issue with my voice today. But I'm trying to get as many of these videos done as possible for the upcoming week and going into the holidays, guys. I want to wish everyone a safe and happy holidays. Hope you enjoy it. And for those of you that are watching this after you got 2K for Christmas or whatever, welcome to the channel. I would go ahead and recommend subscribing because I focus on those legends of the game. With that being said, guys, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.